What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building. What is going on? It is Friday night. We're almost here. We're almost close to Christmas. We are almost close to the new year. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Miss Little Kim. Little Kim is out here in these streets handling her business and doing her thing. So we're about to see like a revamp of Little Kim. So that should be interesting. And she stopped by the Nick Cannon show. And let's get into Megan and Tory. What's going on in this situation? They done lost the evidence. What is happening? Like, what's going on with Megan and Tory? This evidence, the court case, everything. It's just all chaotic all the way together. And then we're going to get into it and talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to talk about Sidora, her husband, Ralph, and the allegations, people making against him or saying this and that about that situation. And also some spicy, juicy stuff that we supposed to see for season 14. It's supposed to be lit. It's supposed to be on fire. And baby, we ready for that. And also we're going to get into it when it comes to Kim K being intimidated by her daughter. And also Tristan Scott, he done lost. So now he going to have to pay that child support in California and not Texas. Boy, a whole lot is going on. So let's get into it. So let's talk about Miss Little Kim. So Little Kim is out here. She was at the Nick Cannon show. And actually she's going to be starring in Miracles Across 125th Street, the trailer Nick Cannon holiday film with Little Kim, Karen Clark Shepherd, Tiana Taylor, and more. So Tiana Taylor, you already know it's gonna be lit. Tiana Taylor's gonna be in there, doing it. And you're gonna have Little Kim and you're gonna have Miss Karen Clark Shepherd. So it seems like it's going to be very interesting. And it might be nice. It's gonna be coming up on VH1, a Christmas film. So we're gonna see how that situation pan out. But Nick Cannon wanted to make sure Little Kim is a part of that situation. And he also talked about how close him and Little Kim are and how he just wants her to keep motivated. He wants more music, he wants books, he wants more movies for her. He helps her, he supports her, and he has her back, and she's one of the people that she can count on in Hollywood. So that's a good situation. Okay, Nick Cannon, but Nick Cannon have a Christmas film. Okay, we're gonna see what this is all about. It seems like, you know what I mean, he want to get into that Mariah Carey Christmas money too. So we shall see this Christmas film and how it's gonna be. Because if Mariah Carey stands for Christmas now, Nick Cannon is her former husband. He want to stand in there too. But Little Kim also talked about how Nick Cannon was very wonderful to her, how he treated her well, especially when she was performing. Her mic went out, like he had her back, and she was very, grateful for that. And also she believes in God, and God is helping her get through. And basically she's on a clear path. Like, she ain't the Little Kim that we used to see before, but at the same time, Little Kim gonna be Little Kim. Little Kim don't play no games out here in these streets. Don't mess with her, because she got a street load of people. She got a whole bunch of people, baby. So in any event, congratulations to Little Kim. And, she stopped by Nick Cannon show with her daughter. Her daughter looks so beautiful. Her daughter is so royal, is so beautiful. OMG, she's gorgeous. Like, Paper and Little Kim's made a good looking baby. And in any event, look at the candy cane. That's so cute. Look at Little Kim's glove that she has on. It looks like her glove has a pocketbook too. OMG. Even though the hands look like they're alien hands. Okay, Little Kim, she came through. And look at Little Kim. She looks so much better. She looks so much different. It looks like everything is filling out with her face. It looks like she's getting back to normal. There's still some things that we'll never get back or see again. But Little Kim, she's saying that she's blessed and she loves love and she loves God. And basically she's in peace and she's happy and she's on a new journey in life. So that's cool. Glad to hear that. And she's also going to be on a new upcoming Miracle Across 25th Street, soundtrack. So she's going to be on it, but she's only on one song. I'm like, Nick Cannon, you are promoting this soundtrack. I know it's yours. I know it's your show and everything. And you was like, oh, Little Kim is going to be up on the soundtrack. I was like, Lord have mercy. It's only one song. But in any event, Little Kim, Big Santa Papa. So basically, Little Kim is going to be on the soundtrack. So I got to check out this song and see how it is. I believe it's on Apple's. So you can check it out on Apple. It might be on Spotify too as well. So, okay, congratulations to Little Kim out here in these streets, handling her business, doing what she needs to do. What's up, Gucci77? How you doing? So that's very interesting. And, kudos to, Nick Cannon and, Little Kim. Congratulations to that. We'll see how Miracle Across 25th Street will premiere on VH1 and what it's all about. But let's get to the situation when it comes to Megan. So just now, hot off the presses, not really hot off the presses, but in any event, let's get into this Megan and Tory situation. As you guys know, Megan and Tory have been going back and forth. There has been like so many allegations made against Tory, what he did to Megan. Megan made them allegations. Tory has denied these allegations. But right now, Megan and Tory are about to go head to trial. But in any event, there's testimonies that were going on, as of today, earlier today. And one of the detectives, while he was on the stand and he was being cross-examined, his name is Ryan. And he's a detective on a case. He's a detective, I believe, that probably spoke to both Megan and, Tory, and also her other friend as well, and the security guard that was there as well too, because there was 4 people inside that vehicle. So we shall see what's going to happen in this situation. But in any event, when the detective took the stand, he basically let the court know that their evidence of Megan being shot has disappeared. So basically the bullet fragment and everything that was surgically removed from Megan has disappeared, and they don't know where the evidence is at all. So in any event, now Tory could basically say, and Tory's been saying, and also DJ Academics has said that Tory did not, use the tool or anything of that nature. Basically, it was fragments. She stepped on glass. They kept saying that she stepped on glass. They kept saying the only reason why Megan's able to move around like that, only reason why Megan is able to still, twerk and dance, is not because, she was hit with the tool, with the steel iron. It was that she stepped on glass. Like, what is going on in this situation? Like, this story just getting crazy. So right now, the evidence that they surgically removed from Megan when the cop showed up to the scene, Megan went to the hospital, it is missing. So the bullet is missing, so now it leaves the door open to possibilities that it was glass, it was anything else but, the steel metal coming from, the tool. So now this is a crazy situation. Like, what is going on? Now everybody's saying that Tory's innocent now. Like, they don't want to hear nothing else. Like, this is just so crazy. Like, how did they lose the evidence? Where is the evidence? So TMZ reported another interesting piece from yesterday hearing. Basically, when the detective was cross-examined, he admitted that the bullet fragments allegedly removed from Miss Megan's ankles cannot be located. And basically, where's Megan's ankles? Like, what's going on? Where's everything at? So, the ankles cannot be, located. So allegedly, I guess Megan's ankles was removed. It says Miss Megan ankles cannot be located. So in the evidence room, was evidence tampered with? What is happening that they can't find the evidence? Were there no evidence? Like, what happened? This has been a big, high profile case. So how is not the evidence under lock and key? This is really going to, really poke a huge hole in Megan's case and Megan's story and everything at this point, because now you guys already know that Kelsey, that was at the scene with Megan, they are actually putting out reports that, Kelsey, had gunshot residue on her hand, like she had, gunpowder residue on her hand. So in any event, they're saying Tory didn't have it. Who knows? But it's just so many different reports and so many different stories coming out. So it seems like this case is going to get even more crazier. And I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if they're going to actually locate it, but if they don't locate it, do they have to drop down the charges from, assault with a weapon down to, her stepping on glass? And so if she's stepping on glass, are they going to say that, he made her step on glass? Because allegedly the day before, which was, Thursday, they are saying that, Tory Lanez allegedly pointed the tool at Megan and said, dance, 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 Harlem Nights. that little situation with Eddie Murphy. So in any event, so all these stories are coming out, and it's just crazy. Megan just graduated from a university, and she has her degree, in science and things of that nature. And now the evidence has disappeared. So where does this leave this situation? Y'all, it sounds crazy, real crazy. I don't even know what to say about this situation. It sounds like it's really out of control. What's up, Rainbow? How you doing? So I don't even know what is going to happen in any event. Whatever does appear to seem to happen, as far as whether he's going to be guilty or not guilty, it's really going to hurt somebody. Whoever is guilty, if he's guilty, it's going to hurt his career. If Megan case is thrown out and he's found not guilty, it's going to hurt Megan's case, because for the longest, so many people have been out here saying that Tory didn't do it. Tory's been out here proclaiming his innocence over and over. So we shall see what is actually going to take place and actually is going to happen in this situation. But in any event, I'm like, Lord have mercy. It is going down. How they lose the evidence? How is that happening? Now people going to come with the conspiracy. There's a conspiracy. Megan might say there's a conspiracy for this case to get thrown out. And Tory Lanez might say it's a conspiracy. They tried to lock me up and sentence me. They got all this money from bail, me paying these lawyers and things of that nature. So therefore, they're only trying to make my life difficult and take money out of my pocket and try to make me broke and basically run on the other side of the country. So in any event, we shall see what's going to happen in this situation. But damn. I don't know if there's going to be any justice that's actually going to happen in this situation, but let's get down to it. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The situation is getting, it seems like it's getting interesting, with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We got Kenya Moore, and basically when it comes to Marlo Hampton, they're going to be having, their fallout, and we're going to see how the lady's going to react between two very strong personalities. You got Kenya Moore personality, you got Marlo Hampton's personality that is very strong, and they're very dominant women as well, especially when it comes to this TV show. They are veterans, they know what to do. So we're going to see how the other ladies fall in a situation, while seeing Marlo and Kenya Moore, are the ladies going to be able to maneuver and just basically keep their mouth closed and watch what goes down, or who's going to jump in and who's going to assist and who's going to help and basically do too much. But in any event, the rumors out here on the street when it comes to Sidora, that Sidora, she done got into a situation, and she got us into a situation with none other than Shereé's friend. Like, what's going on? Like, okay, Drew, you out here throwing dog treats at somebody? Is Drew getting really bad? Is Drew really want that? Is Drew really acting up? Is Drew really wanting that money like that? Drew, you ain't playing no games. You out here throwing dog treats. You're out here upset. I know she got to be. Wendy Osefo was upset when they was talking about her husband cheating. So this is a part of the game. This is a part of the system. This is just how it goes down all the way together. So I'm just like, OMG. So the ladies were on the cast trip. As you can see, Marlo, she's on a trampoline. And you also had Kenya Moore on a trampoline. And you also had, Kandi Burruss on a trampoline too as well. They're in Atlanta. They're filming as a cast trip. And right now, Marlo Hampton says that, Sanya, Ross is basically her go-to girl. That's her girl. She likes her and everything of that nature. So we're going to see how everything pans out. We know Sanya Ross, she kind of gets into it with Sidora. So Sidora is going to be swinging this season. I guess she's going to be swinging all the way around, because allegedly there are rumors that may make it to the show that is accusing Sidora husband of basically being a part of the LGBTQIA community. And it's like, OMG, allegedly somebody that works with Sidora, that works, as part of her team, maybe her glam squad, maybe, her assistant, something of that nature. Basically, I guess spreading the rumor around Atlanta, or somebody that know Ralph is spreading the rumor, or they see something, they heard something, or whatever the case may be. But it's a rumor. But if that rumor makes it to TV, it's just like really big, because, I don't know how Ralph and I don't know how Sidora are going to take the rumors and how they're going to handle it, because we know Sidora and Ralph really had a tough first season. You know, they had marital problems, they had issues, they had arguments, their anniversary was terrible. You know, Ralph lost his father, and then Ralph went off. He disappeared. Drew did not know where he was. He said he went to the beach. He said he went to Florida. He went here. He was watching the whole family the whole time. And, you know, right now, Drew and her husband, Ralph, are basically on their Instagram page. They got a video up where you can watch everything in the house. So as you see Ralph, he's going to door, you know, she can watch Ralph doing everything that he's doing. So basically they're making fun that, you know, last season it was a big deal that Ralph was, you know, down there at the beach watching a house and watching Drew and her mama talk about him. So in any event, do you guys think that when it comes to Ralph, that he's a part of the LGBTQIA community? Is he bi? What is the case? And you know, it ain't gonna be easy, Drew. It was never gonna be easy. It was gonna be a difficult situation. If you want this money, you want this paycheck, your marriage is gonna be dragged up and down the street. Ask anybody that's been on the show and had a marriage or been married that, you know, the husbands, they usually, you know, find information out on the husbands and things of that nature. Any rumors or speculations, whether it's true or not, will make it to the TV screen and you would have to defend it. But in any event, I think Drew and, you know, Ralph are ready to do that, because you can never really tell when Drew is really upset or really bothered, because you don't know if she's really acting or not. But sometimes she just get real festy. She gets real, you know, under the skin. So in any event, you know, she's going to be going at it with Shereé, Whitfield's friend that Shereé is bringing to the show. I was like, okay, Shereé, you know. And also Love B. Scott, he reported on The Real about this situation that, you know, Drew's gonna be out here wilding. So Drew basically, she ain't paying. She wants that paycheck, you know, especially because she just brought that house. If you can see some of the house in the video, her house is beautiful. It looks really nice. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know, they had to pay like a construction bond or hold that they had on their property. And so now, you know, who's going to pay for this property? So therefore, I guess they in it to win it. They're going to go through whatever they got to go through. I'm like, I'm just like, oh boy, it seems like it's gonna get real out of control. But Ralph seems like he can waver through the storm. So we shall see how all this, you know, goes down. I'm like, I know she don't want her husband to be talked about. And actually, Cynthia Bailey was on, you know, on the talk or whatever show that on The Real. She was on The Real, and she was there with Love B. Scott too as well. And it was like, you know, Love B. Scott and Cynthia Bailey, you know, was sharing something really, you know, shady when Cynthia Bailey said, thank you so much, Love B. Scott, for not exposing, you know, my whole story. When I did an interview with you, you didn't expose everything that I told you, and I asked you to, you know, if you can cut that out the interview, and you did. And so therefore, and Love B. Scott said, yes, I would do that for my friends and the people that I like the most. And he was like, you know, I don't do that for everybody. You know who I didn't do that for? And they kind of like snickered at each other. And we know that he's talking about NeNe Leakes. So, you know, Love B. Scott threw shade on The Real with Cynthia about, you know, NeNe Leakes. So I did catch that shade. Definitely did catch that shade. And also, you know, when we get into the situation, when it comes to Ralph, do you guys think he's a part of that community? Do you guys think he's gay? Like, what's going on? Yeah, he looks good. He got a nice body. You know what I mean? And plus, a lot of people are saying that, you know, out here in these streets, that he's down there in Atlanta, and his pretty looks and his pretty face and his pretty body, you know, and he got money to spend in his pocket, make him very eligible for everybody. But what do you guys think about that situation? I was like, It seems like it is getting crazy. And when it comes to, you know, Sanya Ross, she's gonna have it in when it comes to Drew, but she's too big, she's too strong to even go there with Drew. And also, Lovely Scott mentioned about Angela Simmons, you know, she's filming around the girls. She's been around the girls for season 14, and she's also filming. And, you know, but she really can't be on camera like that. Maybe her scenes are going to be cut because she has a contract with WeTV, and we know she's on Growing Up Hip Hop. Do you guys believe that it's a good situation for Angela Simmons to join the Real Housewives of Atlanta? season 14, because she's been protected over there on WeTV. Just a little bit comes out, not all her drama, not everything. I know she can have them cut and edit because they have respect for her. But if she gets over here on Bravo, it's going to be a whole different story when it comes to true original entertainment. It's going to be a situation where I don't think Angela is going to want a lot of things exposed, but it will also be nice to see Angela out of her element with older women, with women, that have been in the life, have been in Hollywood, have been around in the same circle. But Angela's been in the circle for many, many years. She's been up there with, Kandi, Burruss. So in any event, we shall see what's going to happen with Angela Simmons and how she's going to interact, because usually she's very quiet, she's very meek, unless she gets really mad and you catch her at that moment and she goes off, but she really stays to herself. And but lately Angela has been coming out saying things about her past relationships and abuse that she has been through. So it should be interesting what we're going to get from Angela, and if we're going to get anything from Angela Simmons. But I could see her, just basically watching and looking at the ladies. But I don't think, she can fight back as far as words, but will she? And will she open up? Will she be, vulnerable? And maybe she will in this circle, because all depends on who she's very close to. And allegedly she's very close to Sanya Ross. So, that's the situation as well. So we shall see how Angela and, Sanya Ross relationship is. So this is going to be interesting. And just to see Angela outside of her comfort zone would be interesting. Don't you guys think so? I'm like, Lord. So Cynthia Bailey, she was hosting on The Real. Cynthia Bailey's been out here. She's been booked and busy. She's been giving giveaways. Some people saying that she's been running scams as far as, giving away gifts and her giveaways and things of that nature. But I just think she's just trying to keep herself busy and keep her name out there. She just came off of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. So Cynthia was out here doing her thing. But I hope Ralph and Sidora relationship and their marriage don't falter, because it was already on shaky ground last season. So that's going to be kind of interesting. Is it gonna fold? Is it gonna hold? That's the question. Is it going to hold? And also, there's talks of light-skinned Keisha being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that should be interesting because she's on Power, and light-skinned Keisha's doing a very good job on Power. So it's really interesting to see how she's going to intertwine with the girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And when it comes down to the situation, a lot of the ladies are not married. So we say, like, these ladies are not housewives. Angela's not a housewife, and light-skinned Keisha's not a housewife. So they don't have no peach. But Sanya Ross, she has her peach and she is actually married. So we shall see. Sometimes you got to have friends, and then you have, when it comes to Shereé Whitfield, her friend, Fatuma Alford, I believe that's her name, Fatuma, something like that, Alford, as you can see on the screen. She's actually going to be getting dog treats thrown at her from Sidora. So I don't know what she said or what she did. I don't know if it's about the rumors about, Sidora's husband, but we know Sidora can be very feisty. And, Cynthia Bailey did really look nice on The Real. So we shall see how this situation pans out. Drew, you throwing stuff. You're supposed to be running church and God and Jesus in your house. Your mama's a pastor. You guys are singing on Sunday and you throwing dog treats at somebody. Isn't that physical? Are you trying to be threatening? Or was you intimidated and only thing that you knew how to do was say that this lady is a beast, so you started throwing dog treats at her? Now that is kind of weird. So I don't know what's going on with, Drew's trying to fight for her peach and keep her peach. That's the whole situation. And she's not trying to play no games with none of these ladies. She's trying to keep her peach. And then we have Kandi Burruss. Kandi Burruss is going to be bringing her friend to the show, Mayetta Shaw. She's bringing her to the show, and she's a good friend, to Kandi Burruss. But also Mayetta Shaw, she is not following, when it comes to Marlo Hampton. She's following everybody else on Instagram, but she's not following Marlo Hampton. So I wonder what's up with that situation. We shall see. So Kandi Burruss got her, a little bit person to come through for her. I wonder if they real friends, because you know how they be playing games like Fallon and Porsha. So we shall see how this situation gonna pan out. I'm like, okay, I'm here for it all. Like, there's really haven't been so much good reality TV. And so for the Atlanta Housewives to come back, we want to see what you're gonna bring, what you're gonna hold down, what you're gonna show us. And we're going to see, who is going to come out on top of the situation when it comes to Marlo Hampton and Kenya Moore, because them are the alpha females. Them are the dominant people on the show, and they can get a crowd going. But, Kenya Moore is very elegant with her assassinations when it comes to the shade assassin. But Marlo Hampton can read well, too. She can read down to the ground, too, and she can get gooder and gooder and gooder. And I wonder if Marlo Hampton's going to try to have the other ladies join in on any arguments or any disagreements, or trying to point out things at Kenya Moore. So we're going to see what Marlo Hampton is going to bring to the situation, or they might just hug and kiss. But right now, they're starting off the new season with the rumors that Marlo Hampton and Kenya Moore are going to be going toe to toe. And it's like, and now they're going toe to toe on like an even kill, especially on an even kill field with both of them having peaches. Kenya always had a peach. Now Marlo has a peach. Now she get to call shots, and she's throwing, different, events, and having the ladies come through and showing up and showing out. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. So it shall be crazy. It's going to be very interesting. And so we'll get to, Shereé Whitfield. We hope that she brings it. Her man, she ain't going to be bringing Tyrone. Somebody better call Tyrone. Tyrone done dissipated. He done bounced in the situation. He wasn't trying to get used. And, Shereé is going to bring it. Shereé's desperate at this point. She's going to get in where she fits in. Hey, what's up, Tony? What's up, Keisha? What's going on, Coco? What's going on? And so I'm just like, okay, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I just want to know why she was throwing dog treats, What she was throwing dog treats at this woman, baby. This is a grown woman with a business. She's in a millionaire club and everything. And Jew is throwing dog treats at her. And we're going to see what Angela Simmons is going to bring. Is she going to bring something? But she hasn't, really filmed like that. And, she has the contract with WeTV. And also Angela Simmons knows contracts as well, because there was times where she got into altercations verbally with her sister about, Angela can't work with her sister because she signed this contract, that contract. And so therefore she can't do a deal with her sister that is publicly promoting anything. So maybe Angela don't want to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe she was just, playing with the idea, but we shall see, because she's grown and sexy now. It's time to get from around there with them little kids now. So in any event, let's talk about Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap was arrested again today. Fetty Wap is already on an ankle bracelet. He's on an ankle bracelet, and he got caught with hundreds, kilos, pounds of all types of illegal substance that's against the law. And therefore, he got caught with a whole bunch of money out here in these streets. And so basically they was getting a racketeering case against him, basically being a kingpin out here against Fetty Wap. And so he had to bail out in October, not October, but a month ago or 2 months ago, and he bailed out for a $500,000 bond. So he still got some money out here in these streets, but we shall see, what's going to happen in any event. He says that he's innocent. He says that, he has not been, he hasn't been doing anything illegal. He doesn't know why the feds are following him. He don't know why he was arrested. And basically he got out on bond when he was caught, or allegedly stopped because they gathered enough evidence against Fetty Wap, so they arrested him, and he had bond. He was able to bond out, but he went to the airport today, y'all. He was basically going to the airport today because he has his ankle bracelet on, so he knows if you go out of a certain, and you don't get permission, if you go out of a certain zone or certain area, your ankle monitor bracelet would go off, but Lord, that didn't stop it. So he went to the airport, and when he went to the airport, it was Liberty Airport Friday. For some reason, the cops, they arrested him and pulled him over, and basically his ankle monitor bracelet was going off while he was going to the airport. And, Fetty Wap didn't have no idea why the cops were even coming, why they, even, are stopping him, because he thinking everything is all good. He's on an ankle monitor bracelet. He done paid his $500,000 bond, and he ain't trying to go back in and violate that at all. So in any event, he was arrested, and he was told that he was arrested because he had an outstanding warrant. It's like, you think that they will get everything together when they give him an ankle monitor bracelet and they bond him, and he able to bond himself out for $500,000, that they would have all their paperwork and all the charges and every warrant and everything all together. You think that they're supposed to be working diligently on trying to lock this man up and put him behind bars, that you would think that they would know that he had an outstanding warrant in New Jersey for a nuisance charge. So as he was going to the airport, his ankle monitor bracelet went off because he had a warrant. Like, Lord, like, you talk about playing games. So in any event, Fetty Wap could be behind bars for the rest of his life with all the stuff that they caught him with, all the illegal substances and pills and everything that they caught him with, and all the money and allegedly the wiretaps that they have. He could be going to jail or prison for the rest of his life. Like, this man is fighting for his life right now. He says he's innocent. So I don't know how the situation is going to end for him. But one thing is for sure, this man has been going through a whole lot of situation. He lost his brother, not too long ago. His brother, was taken out of here. He departed from this earth. And then he lost his daughter not too long ago. So, this man, and now he's facing, life in prison, or at least 76 years in prison. You know what I mean? Because they're saying that he was, distributing all types of illegal things across, Long Island and New Jersey and Florida. And he was the mastermind and things of that nature. And we know that, when it comes to Fetty Wap, he was signed to Treyway. And, that had to do with Tekashi and Treyway and Shotty, that's actually locked up right now. He's doing a bid for, so many different years. He signed to, Treyway. He signed to Shotty, their records, and Blazing the Third. And this man at one point in time was like the hottest man in the business, the hottest man in music. Everybody was drinking that Remy 18, whatever the case it is. Like, so much was happening and so much was going on in that situation, and he was just so popping, and he was having babies from here to Hawaii. And now he's fighting for his life, and he's just had, nothing but tragic things happen to him. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not saying he's a victim, but in any event, this man is going through it. If anybody could be down or depressed or sad, Fetty Wap could be that man. Just looking back at, what you accomplished and what you reached, and now you're fighting for your life, is just really crazy all the way together. I don't know what to say. Like, Lord have mercy, and ain't no fun out here in these streets when the law is behind you and when you are facing, so much. Now, this is, like, losing your daughter is the biggest thing ever. And then now, losing your freedom is the next level. And so let's get on to Mr. Tristan Thompson. Like, Lord have mercy. So Tristan basically is out here. He done lost his fight in court. He done lost, baby. Yes, he did. He basically, this is supposed to be his baby mother, Miss Nichols, and Miss Nichols is out here saying that she don't want no attention. She don't want no public, attention. She didn't put anything out here on the blogs. She said she don't want nobody to know her business. But how did we get the text message? How did the note that's saying that that Tristan was going to pay you $75,000 to have a, procedure and everything. Like, so she said basically she's innocent out here in these streets. And she said if she knew that Tristan, was even married, or she even knew that he even had anything going on with Khloe, she would not be with him at all. I was like, Lord have mercy. Who is she trying to sell this story to? But it looks like Khloe Kardashian is trying to move out some things, when it comes to her house. She got moving trucks outside. I don't know if she's moving Tristan stuff out, or she moving some things to the storage facility. But in any event, when it comes down to the situation, it looks like it's getting real ugly, and it ain't pretty. But in any event, it seems like somebody is paying Miss Nichols off, because Miss Nichols has a whole new change of tune. And her tune is that she don't want nobody in her business, and she don't want to be on social media, and she doesn't want anybody to know anything about, the DNA test that's going to soon happen between, her and Tristan. And, she's basically trying to be a doting mother to her new baby boy. And also, she won in court, so she was able to move to California because she was from Texas. And basically with that situation, she's able to get more child support in California. And that's not what Tristan wanted. He wanted that it be determined that she conceived and was pregnant in Texas, because child support is less money out here in these streets. But he lost. And so she said that every time her and Tristan got together, it was in most of the time it was in California, it was in Houston, it was at different properties. Tristan made it seem like, he never even seen this woman that many times. He only met with her at hotels. She said a whole different story. She said that she was at his house. She said she was invited to private parties. She said she was invited places with him. Tristan said she wasn't anything of a girlfriend. We was just only to have intimate encounters, and that's it. That's the only time that we ever intertwined with each other. It was no traditional relationship. He's only saying that to keep Khloe Kardashian close and tight to him, baby. But he knows that ain't true. Homegirl, and her court statement that she provided, that witch is out here, basically she says that, she has went to, Tristan's house. She's went to parties with him. She went to exclusive places with him and things of that nature. And she said she met Tristan in 2020 at a party at his home in California. He told her that he was single and co-parenting, and she basically got involved with him because she thought that he was single. So she's basically trying to make herself not look like, that she was trying to entrap a man. She was, because they're two adults. And if you don't use any type of protection, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to get pregnant. You're not 15, you're not 16, you're not 13, you're not 14. We know the pull-out method don't work. Okay, she wanted that money. Have a baby by Tristan, have a baby by me, baby, and be a millionaire. And have a baby by Tristan that's connected to Khloe, the Kardashians, the Jenners. People are going to be interested in her story. Like everybody's interested in Blac Chyna's story, but Blac Chyna already had a name for herself. You know what I mean? But she got even more big when she was on the reality TV show with the Kardashians, and she had her own reality TV show, Blac Chyna and Rob. But in any event, she said that she's not going to be out here on social media. She's not going to, put any photos up. She says she deleted her Instagram, but her Instagram is not deleted. And she also says that she just wants to be left alone and live in private. And she's never spoke to any media. She never spoke to any blog. She never spoke to anybody. And people are out here lying on her, because she says that she hasn't been a personal trainer in 3 to 4 years, and she was never Tristan Thompson personal trainer at all. And she said that Tristan Thompson lied when he said that she drove up to meet him in a Maserati. She said she don't even own a Maserati. She says that she only used Uber and her friends drop her off. I don't know if her friends are her PIMPs but somebody be dropping her off and she only use Uber, so therefore she don't be driving around. I was like, okay, girl, Chloe got to be feeling a certain time. I know Chloe got to be done. Like, she really got to be done with this situation. Like, come on, Chloe, like, you gonna go back, girl? Of course she is. And she ain't never left, baby. She ain't never left. She ain't going to leave. She's holding on to her lover hooligan. She's holding on to Tristan. She ain't letting him go. That's her thing. She can say she's broken up with him all she want. It don't matter to me, because he gonna do what he gonna do. He gonna continue to do what he gonna do. Tristan is not sorry. He is not apologetic at all. And he is about his needs and what he want. And that's what comes first. He feels like he works too hard not to play too hard, okay? But in any event, when it comes to Miss Nichols, she basically says that she was at Tristan Thompson's birthday party weekend in Houston. Tristan invited her to be with him in Boston. Like, he had invited her different places to hang out. Tristan said it's only for intimate encounters. She said he invited her to North Carolina, and after he invited her to see him at the end of April. In her statement, Miss Nichols claims she did everything possible not to draw attention to herself throughout her pregnancy, including taking down her Instagram page and not posting to social media. She said that she wanted to keep her pregnancy private and as peaceful as possible. And also, she never sought out media attention for her pregnancy. And she wishes that everybody will stop lying on her. That's what she says. She says she gave birth on December 1st, 2021. Instead of focusing on any negativity, I am choosing to embrace being a mother and doing the best I can for my son. I do not want any further media attention, nor do I want romantic relationship with Tristan. My goal is to raise our son in a safe, healthy, loving, and private environment. So Tristan or Chloe came with that Monte. They came with triple $75,000. You know what I mean? Because Chloe want to be out here in these streets in peace with Tristan. She don't want to hear people talking about the new baby mama. She don't want to hear none of that. Somebody paid this one to be quiet, baby. She is quiet. She said she don't want nothing. She don't want anything. So therefore, she's getting her Monte. Somebody's paying her to be quiet. Whether it's Kris Jenner, whether it's the publicist, whoever it is, somebody's giving her some money to go away and be quiet and be humble where she is at. And I believe that she is satisfied with that situation, because she done got the baby, she done got the meal ticket, she done got the bag, and Tristan gave it to her willingly, and there was nothing put to his head. Nobody threatened him to do it. He did it because he wanted to, and he did not want to wrap it up. So therefore, she's a millionaire now. And Chloe is basically got egg on her face, but she's used to it. It is what it is. And so as it comes to Blac Chyna might be innocent when, of course, she's innocent when it comes to her kidnapping somebody. So Blac Chyna is innocent. The story was lies, false, and fugazi. The person that brought the statement out to the public and tried to shame Blac Chyna was on Tasha K channel and basically made a fool and lies out of himself. Therefore, it seems like Miss Blac Chyna is innocent in the situation. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. Like, OMG, Blac Chyna, baby. You in and out of court with the Kardashians. Now you got a kidnapping, allegation on you, girl. You better get it right. You better get it tight. You better make sure everything is everything in your camp, because if not, it looks like stuff is trying to be planted on you and basically blowing up out here on social media to make you look bad in court, girl. In any event, let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian recently did an interview, and it was on a podcast, and basically she was saying that she was intimidated by her daughter Northwest. And I was like, OMG, intimidated? Like, damn, Kim, you intimidated? Is it because you feel like you can't control her? You intimidated because of her personality? You're intimidated because of her roots, her ethnicity? What are you intimidated by? And she said basically her daughter daughter has her father traits, pushing the buttons. She has his traits where, she's going to do what she wants to do it, when she wants to do it, and how she wants to do it. And it comes all down to, her daughter West actually posting to TikTok a video of the house, and Kim told her not to go live, and her daughter went live, but Kim really tried not to make a big deal out of that situation. But she says, as her father, Kanye West, he pushes buttons, he does these things, and she feels like her daughter is picking up them traits, and she feels intimidated. I was like, OMG, she's intimidated. Like, oh, okay, like she doesn't understand how to raise a black woman, a black child, a black girl, and I've heard a lot of Caucasian women that have biracial children, especially biracial women, black biracial women, they really felt, intimidated because their daughters took the stars, the daughters took the light, the daughter, took all the energy out of the room. The daughter was the spotlight. The daughter had all this energy, had all these questions, had all this knowledge, had all this, gonder of like strength and power, and just so determined and very, powerful in their own essence, where the mother didn't know how to do it, and they were very intimidated. I've heard, mothers express this, when they have biracial children. So it seems like that's what, Kim is saying. And also she's saying that Kanye West, his attitudes and his behavior and how he exposes things, and he's deep into his convictions, where he'll say what he want to say on Twitter, whether it's embarrassing or in shaming the family, shaming her, or calling people out for doing, crazy things of that nature. Chris John photo shoots with children and things of that nature. So I guess she's saying her daughter is picking up that trait where she's going to do what she wants to do, and she's going to push the button, she's going to push it to the limit, and Kim doesn't know how to maybe discipline or actually deal with that. But is she saying that Kanye West is a negative influence on his daughter, or is his daughter very brilliant, she's so smart that her mind goes 1,000 miles a minute, that she runs games around Kim Kardashian's head? Like, sometimes children can't do that, So I really felt like, OMG. And then Kim also spoke, a few days ago in another interview, that the reason why she wear traditional braids, she wear corn braids and things of that nature, is because of her daughter. Like, her daughter want her to wear the same style that she wears, and she doesn't want her daughter to feel that mommy can't wear the same hairstyles that her daughter wears, because there's a separation. And it seems like Kim is saying that, she's wearing these braids and cornrows and tanning her skin because she wants, to make her daughter feel comfortable, like there's no difference. So it seems like Kim is having issues with raising a biracial child as well. And then having the public fallout, when it comes to Kanye West, cannot be easy at all. So, and they're going through a divorce. So it's just like, and that house must have been rocking, because right now Kim's saying that she does not want to go back to Kanye West. She wants her last name back, and she wants to be declared single, while Kanye West is out here singing and begging, dancing, skipping, and hollering for her back. And she's like, no. And it seems like, she's going that route with, Pete. Like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with Pete around my children. Pete is, he seems like a decent guy, but it seems like he has a lot of issues, and he's unstable sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, but he can make money. And plus, he's privileged as well. And he's on Saturday Night Live, and he's a writer. So it's like, but Kim Kardashian is privileged. And, I pretty much believe her children are privileged as well. So maybe it might just work out for altogether. But the way that he was posing with MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, it was just like, okay, that was a whole lot going on when it was in their boxers, their mouths wide open, eating popcorn. It's friendly, it's funny and everything. And I guess they were trying to express stuff, but it just looked weird. And it looks like, they was under some type of influence. And then you have, Miley Cyrus chasing Pete Davidson down. They both got tattoos, supposed to be friends. And she's, running up in his house, and she's talking about, it should have been me. It should have been me. She could have been joking. But then right after Jimmy Fallon, she pulled up in his garage and she stayed there. So Miley Cyrus want Pete back. Lord have mercy. What are you doing out here, Pete? What is going on? So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. Do you think Pete will be a good stepfather? Do you think Kanye West will be open to Pete being around his children? I guess because Kanye West hangs around people like Pete, he's in that circle, so maybe it'll be something normal. Like, I wonder how that's all gonna transpire between Kim K and Pete dating, and Pete being really a out there kind of force. So we shall see if they're going to be a debacle with the custody issue, and is Kim already out here declaring that Kanye West is a negative influence on her daughter because she carry his personality traits and she follows him and she's his twin. So you guys let me know. I'm just like, okay, Kim is out here in these streets. She ain't playing it at all. I don't know. Like, would you like Pete to be around your children? I've seen him with other children. I know he has, family members and things of that nature. I haven't heard anything like really crazy about him, but you never know if things go wrong. Will he fall off the deep end? You know what I mean? Like, you got to be aware of his mental state, and he seems like he's in a good place mentally. Especially, he got the baddest and the biggest celebrity on his shoulder walking hand in hand with him, is doing nothing but boosting his career and hers as well. So it's very interesting. Yes, you really do. You have to be careful who you have your kids around. And that's for sure. That is definitely for sure. But in any event, so we shall see what may possibly transpire. How is Kanye West going to handle this? And Pete could already be around the children, so we don't know. No, I haven't seen any photos, but he probably is. I don't know if Kim would let him. I don't know if Kanye West, I don't want no other man around my kids. I don't know if Kanye West went there yet, but we shall see. And let's talk about O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson is off of parole. He's a free man. The Nevada, they gave him early release from his parole December 6th. His parole was supposed to be up from in 2022. So they gave him a few months early because it's about to be 2022 in a few minutes. So, you know what I mean? So it's not like they really gave him, real early release. So basically he's been discharged early from his 5-year parole sentence tied to 2007 Nevada robbery, state officials said Tuesday, making the runner back a completely free man. I was like, I don't even know how you go to jail for trying to get your own stuff back. So he went to jail. Somebody was selling his property. He went up there and tried to get his property. Who sold your property? Them are the people that stole it from you. Like, Lord. So he got locked up and he got probation, parole for 5 years, and he ends up getting early release from it. So in any event, we're gonna see what OJ's gonna do. Is he gonna stay quiet, or he's gonna be out here running his mouth, or he's gonna be out here in altercation? Is he gonna be around people drinking, people partying, where they want to test him, ask him questions, get on his nerves? He got to be very careful because the setup is all around you. A lot of people feel like he should be in jail, and a lot of people feel like he got away with murder, and some people said he was found not guilty, so he is not guilty. That's what everybody else go by. But and any events, they will be looking for you, and the traps will be there. So we'll see if OJ ends up stepping on any traps, or would he just stay peacefully and quiet and live privately, or will he come out here and become very social and very public and being filmed everywhere? Because TMZ love to follow OJ Simpson or their people. So in any event, it seems like OJ should just sit down and be quiet and just go on with his life, go on with his grandkids, do what he needs to do, move where he wants to move, get to a different location, and just take it easy. Because if not, he will be back behind bars, and the end of his years will be behind bars. So he better be careful. He better be careful. He better watch out. He better not get caught up in these traps. He better not let nobody set him up. He better make sure everybody around him he trusts, because if not, he will be back on the 7 o'clock news. He will be back on, social media, very, very heavily people reporting on him. So we shall see how this whole situation is going to end with OJ. Is he going to live out the rest of his years quietly, or are they going to get another case and put it on him and he'll be behind bars? So we shall see. We shall see. Lord have mercy. But in any event, thank you guys so much for coming through. I just wanted to touch upon some of the topics. Little Kim, hopefully she makes that comeback. She never really went anywhere, but hopefully, we get to see her do more things. Nick Cannon is encouraging her, to do music, to do books, and just be very active. So we shall see. And she will be on VH1 Christmas movie with Nick Cannon, and she's on the soundtrack. So congratulations to Little Kim, and we shall see what's going to happen with Megan and Tory. The evidence is missing, the evidence is gone, so who's at fault for that? So there's a whole lot of trickiness going on. So watch your back and watch yourself. Stay up. Much love. My peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Good night, everybody. Good night, Gun It List. Good night, Keisha. Good night, Norris. Good night.